Good morning. Okay, so for the first time in a while, ES is now one time framing down.
Gold volume.
We had many days where we just couldn't have lower lows without breaking the highs too, or without the next day breaking the highs. Finally, today is the first time in a while that we have back-to-back lower lows, lower highs on the daily time frame. And as I said before, we broke out of this balance area and we came back to it. So what should happen is that we should see the low side of this range. 7300s, then we have a gap that fills here at 7304. So I'm looking for that move to play out within the next few days. It could happen in one day, it could happen in 2 days, who knows, but I'm looking at that. And yesterday we had some more indication that that's possible because we have value keeps going lower. Now overnight we sold exactly to the tick at that weekly pivot point, and we're trading inside yesterday's value, so we might want to wait a little bit at the open. So far they're still holding that monthly VWAP, but we keep trading through it, so we could see a break of the monthly VWAP. I think that for me is going to be one of the key signs. It pretty much coincides with yesterday's value area low, which is at 95ish, so it's just a little below. So I'm gonna wait for the open. I'm gonna see how this plays out. It could be that we make an attempt to go back to that 7420 because that's the 20-day point of control. It's also the weekly VWAP. So, but in here it's gonna be choppy, right? Because we have lots of volume here, lots of traders who see this. They could make the case for selling or for buying, So my bias is down because of what I explained. So what I'm gonna be looking for is the first few minutes, see how the auction is. I like shorts if we break and hold below the overnight low towards that weekly low, to test this untested point of control, this untested close from this session right here. We have a lot of stops along the way that could be run and eventually see a gap fill. If we see that we start getting lower and then eventually like that move kind of dies down and momentum slows, we are likely to see a reversal back into that, towards that 7420 area. For the bull case, I want to see us break above the overnight high and hold above the overnight high. But here is an area where we're likely to see some shorts, 74.64, right? So this is an area where I would also look for shorts. If we hold above it, then we have a gap above. So in that case, I'm willing to switch and look for longs and look for a return into this area at the 7,522 area. In Q, similar scenario. You can see that that look above and fill is playing out too. It's almost testing also that weekly low, but we also have a gap below, but that gap below is way lower. So it's at 28,247. So it has some room to move down. Crude bounced right at that area I marked yesterday, and then made new highs, which is pretty interesting. Gold's also got reversed and is retesting that buy area from where we saw buyers a few times already. So let's see if we bounce again there, or if we sell into the. If we sell, I'll be looking for this area to be tested, 44.50. And on the upside, we need to break 4600 in order for this move to play out back to that 20-day point of control. Remember, market's waiting for Nvidia's earnings and for FOMC meeting minutes. So now we have a new head of the Fed, so I think that tomorrow is going to be interesting afternoon session. All right, that's about it. Good luck.